students, today I will discuss about senescence, which is the most important subject by reproduction in organism lesson. So just you think about senescence. Senescence is a gradually deterioration of functional characteristics with the age. In the other words, other sentence, you can think about senescence is a process in which cells reach permanent growth arrest without the death of the cell. As the whole cell division process comes to a halt. And the next sentence, it can either occur at the cellular level or senescence of the whole organism can take place. It is characterized by a gradual functional decline, eventually heterogeneously across organ system, leading to a progressive deterioration and ultimately leading to dysfunctioning of tissues. And the aging process and the senescence process will be classified into three groups. We can understand how it occurred, how it happened. It may be understand in 3 points. First, causes of age associated damage. Primary facts which are damage the growth of cell, the physiology of organism, and the biochemistry of organism. They dysfunctioned, and that is why this aging factor is caused. Sense as a central hallmarks of aging. The telomere damage, epigenetic dysregulation, DNA damage, and mitochondrial dysfunction are the primary drivers of damage in aging. Several of these drivers of damage can induce senescence. Just next reason, response to damage, antagonistic just you see how can clear this point. It is generally accepted that the permanent arrest of cell division known as cellular senescence contributed to aging by an antagonistic which are formed by the metabolically, which are affect the growth and other permanent physiological process. And the next reason, consequences of responses, integrative. This point may be discussed in this picture by the picture. Growth and reproductive. Just you see here the integrative conceptual view of senescence in nature. How it is possible that you can see this in this picture. You can see the environmental context, resources, acquisition, density, weather condition, all these which are affected the organism. And next, um, species, attributes, taxonomic position, and bioplan lifestyles. These are affected. And next, which may the somatic maintenance vegetatively somatic maintenance. These factors which are allocated side by the figure is perform and affect the somatic maintenance. And the somatic maintenance, and the upper side you can see the resources allocated trade off and the growth and the production. These the factors which are affect the growth and reproductive allocations. And next, the age specific physiological condition health and the demographic senescence, actual senescence, and reproductive senescence. Actual senescence means as the whole organisms can be so in this graph. And the next, reproductive, how can decline the reproductive power of the organisms. Next, effect of senescence. Senescence affect the tumor growth. You can be attribute to age factors where it is known induced tumor, older entitles, and nerve entitles, and sense helps combat tumors. Another effect is repair the tissue. Senescence secrete molecules, different types, some of which govern growth, healing of wound, and singling of foreign bodies to the immune system. Their elimination. Hence, senescent cells are vital is tissues repair and also producing singly chemicals to detect and repair damaged tissue. Isolated senescent cells lack singling capabilities to disarm surroundings immune cells. Next, you can see the senescence in plants. How plants are bears such type of characteristics. You can see like all other living organism, plant have a specific lifespan during which they develop, grow, finally die. Before death, certain deteriorative processes occur in them which terminate their functional life. These processes are known as senescence, and these death of plant parts as a consequence of a senescence is known as programmed cell death. This is the clear for a plant. Next, senescence is not a confined to the entire plant, but to a part plant to grow plant organs such as leaf, flowers. Therefore, types of senescence pattern in the as animal is not follow in plant. So, in overall senescence in a plant, you can see this type of senescence occurs in the annual plants where the entire plant is affected and die. This it is effect in the case of plant. Next, top senescence. These types of senescence occur in perennial is seen only in part of plant above the ground. Overall senescence and top senescence, two types of senescence is found in plants. Next, deciduous senescence. This takes place in The woody plants is less drastic. It affects all the leaves of the plants. Deciduous affect the leaves. Our tufts are part of the plant above the ground, and overall annual plants affects entire plant overall entire plant of the above the ground, which parts of the plant are above the ground, and deciduous uh, senescence, it is a type which are affect the leaves of the plants. Next, progressive senescence in the plant case. This is the gradual progress of senescence of leaf from base upward as the plant. Causes senescence in plants. Just now I told you about types of senescence in plant case. Now the reason. Plants. What is the reason? Reason, you see, there are several factors that can trigger hormones causes the senescence in plants. Some are environmental factors such as drought or changing of the season. Senescence can also be triggered only small area of plants. This might happen if the plant become infected with disease. These are the factors which are seen in the figure in this diagram. The stresses induction, which is factor according to age, plants are deteriorated, drought condition, darkness, UV lights, oxidative stresses, and pathogen attack. And the SAGS hormones inside of the plants. These factors which are inside microRNAs. These are regions which are causes the senescence in the plant. Now, senescence, this cessation of cell division and permanent withdrawal from the cell cycle is a process throughout the lifespan during embryosis, growth, development, tissue remodeling, and is wound healing. So these are the points which I have discussed about the senses, and this picture is also called how can you clear the senses in the plant. Next, hormone delay senses of the leaves. Some hormones are actually, if you utilize for leaves, then they delay the senescence process. Cytokinin are the plant hormones which are manifold effects on plants. It includes delaying of senescence, active cell division, so on. This is the most, and the F-season and senescence. What is F-season? You can see a most important points. The process of separation of leaves, flowers, fruits from the plant is called F-season. It is essential when these parts are removed that the plant seals off its vascular system to prevent loss of water, nutrients, to exclude bacteria, fungal spores, and others pathogen. An F-season zone, a layer of a specialized cell, is formed at the base of each part before it lost to separate it from the main body. The cells in this layer die and become hardened by the deposition of lignin and suberin. So by the time the leaf or fruits drops and the vascular system has been sealed off. This is the F-season, the process of F-season. Next types of senescence. Leopold 1960 has recognized 4 types of senescence pattern, which are as follows. 4 types of, in the case of plant, whole plant senescence, shoot senescence, sequential senescence of organs, or simultaneous senescence. These 4 types, whole, now I want to clear the points. First point, whole senescence, whole plant senescence, what it is found in monocarpic plants which produce flower and fruits only once in their life cycle, and the plants may be annual. That is, what is example, rice, wheat, gram, mustard, and perennials, cabbage, herbane, perennials, certain bamboos. These die soon after repaining of seeds. Next, whole shoots. This type of senescence is found in certain perennial plants which possess underground perennating structure like rhizome, bulb, core, and these above ground part of the shoot dies each year after flowering and fruiting, but underground parts, stem and roots survives, put new shoots again next year. That is, for the example, banana, gladiolus, and ginger. This is the example of shoot senescence. Why? The underground part of these plants, banana and gladiolus, etc., they are survive and grow in the next year. And sequential senescence, this is found in many perennial plants which tips of main shoots and branches remaining meristematic states continuous to produce new buds and leaves. These older leaves and later organs, branch shown senescence, die. Sequential senescence is evergreen plant, Eucalyptus and Pinus, the example of this senescence. A simultaneous and synchronous senescence, it is found in the temperate deciduous trees such as elm and maple. These plants shed all their leaves in autumn and develop in new leaves in spring. Because of the shedding of leaves, autumn season is also called fall. Such senescence leaves or plant organ is called synchronous. And next is physiological senescence. The process of senescence involves a number of structural and physiological changes in the senescing organs. Some of the important changes are, in the case physiological senescence, some important changes are found in plants as follows. It is below. First, cells undergo reduce their size. The membranes bound subcellular inclusions are disrupted. Photosynthesis is a reduced and starch content decrease in the cell. Breakdown of chlorophyll second is accompanied by synthesis and accumulation of anthocyanin pigments. Protein synthesis is decreased and protein peak down enhances. Amino acids are withdrawn from senescing leaves and transported to the grow region. RNA content is decreased. Chromatin material changes its property and DNA molecules degraded. These are the reason by which the physiological senescence occurs. Happened. What is the most important things? What is difference between senescence and aging? Difference. Now I want to say few lines for this facts. Aging is a process decline with the time, whereas senescence occurs throughout the lifespan. Understood? Including during embryosis. The number of senescent cells increases with age, but senescence also plays an important role during development as well as during. This is the reason while you can say the different between senescence and aging. Importance of senescence. What is the importance of senescence in plant life or organisms? Biologically, senescence and death have been following advantage. Is first point in this fact. It is maintains the efficiency since the old and inefficient organs are replaceably young efficient parts like leaves, buds, flowers, ants, and foods, etc. During senescence, the cellular breakdown results in release of many nutrients including amino acids, amides, nucleotides, simple sugars, minerals. The same are withdrawn from the senescing organs into main trunk and later utilized in the growth and development of new plants. These are the points. Next, shoot senescence is a mechanism to help the plant perinate during the unfavorable periods. The most important points. And simultaneous or synchronous leaf fall occurs autumn period to winter. Prior to winter, it reduces transpiration, which is essential for survival in winter when the soil is frozen and roots cannot be absorbed water. Next point, and litter of fallen leaves and twigs is an important source of humus, minerals, replenishment for the soil. The most important which are seen after the senescence parts of the plants. These are the most important facts and definitions and types of senescence I have told you, and I think these all the points which I have discussed now you have understood, and if points which are not cleared, please give your doubts. Please give your doubts on my channels, YouTube channels. I will discuss later on. Thank you.